It's really about a way of being interpersonally with another person, and it's collaborative. So having a conversation in a way that you're collaborating on whatever the topic is. Usually, in this case, it would be behavioral change or some kind of concern that the student might be having. One thing that's different about motivational interviewing is that the emphasis is really on the other person's independence and autonomy in making decisions. So recognizing that the person has the ability to make decisions, they know what would best fit in their life based on their life circumstances. And it's a strengths-based approach. That means you're focusing on the other person's strengths throughout that conversation. So why do we want to use motivational interviewing? The skills that we're going to talk about are really about allowing the other person to feel heard. And a person is more likely to open up if they feel heard, and this can facilitate referrals to appropriate resources and treatment. We also know that the research supports it. So it's shown that MI is useful for a variety of concerns, including many addictive behaviors and others. Another really important thing to keep in mind is resisting the writing reflex. So this is a very MI term, the writing reflex. And what it refers to is kind of the natural desire of wanting to help another person when you're in a helping position. So you want to try and set things right, tell the other person what they need to do to solve their problem, or tell them how to not get into any other serious negative consequences. And this usually comes across as directing someone, telling them stop it, or telling them what they need to do or what they should do or shouldn't do. So unfortunately, this runs counter to the MI spirit. While the intentions behind it are good, you're taking on the expert role and kind of dictating what the other student should do and determining the focus of the conversation. And in motivational interviewing, we talk really about guiding, which is kind of that midpoint between directing and following. So, shared goals are kind of negotiated during the conversation. So open questions. These are questions that ask for thoughts or feelings without suggesting answers. And they're called open questions as opposed to closed questions because they ask for more information. Like a closed question is something that you can answer with a one-word answer, yes or no, or very short answer or response, like what time do you usually get up in the morning, 7 a.m., that kind of thing. Open questions, in contrast, ask for more information. They usually begin with words like what or how, or maybe a statement like tell me about. So as an example, a closed question here might be, are you worried about the amount of time you spend gambling? Whereas an open question might be, what are some reasons to cut down on your gambling?